Royal Engineers are always called sappers, you see. Royal Artillery are always called gunners within the army. I had a very tough OC, I told you, with 3 DSOs. He said no sleeping, no camp beds in this squadron. So I had to sleep on the floor. I had a great big thing opened out, bedroll opened out, and a pillow. Sometimes I put pyjamas on, sometimes I didn't. And there were bivouacs. If you had time, you would put a bivouac up. And make a little hole in the sand for your hip bone. And it wasn't too bad. We, the sappers, trained to make gaps in the enemy minefields. And there were 2 enormous minefields in front of us. Mostly British captured mines, anti-tank mines, and the German jumping shrapnel mines, anti-personnel, which killed about half my friends, actually, before the operation was over. They jumped and exploded breast height, full of ball bearings, and desperately lethal they were. But we trained with the new mine detectors which come, these things, which could sweep 8 feet. And 3 of those made a gap 8 yards wide. And then the great day came, the 23rd of October, 1942. And our job, my division, the 10th Armoured Division, was to go through the New Zealand Division. Now I had to lead the division attack. I had 6 sappers carrying blue bicycle lamps. Not Tommy guns, blue bicycle lamps, to find out the enemy second minefield and mark it out ready for clearing, you see. So I had to walk with the New Zealand Division in a set-piece attack. So, absolutely wonderful experience, see the New Zealanders ready to have a go at the bloody Germans, you know. So I lined up with them and off we went. First of all, there were 4 sappers with big wheels on their back with white tape on. They go forward on my blue lights, and the tapes were pinned down, and that gave 3 lanes of 8 feet each, and 8 feet was one mine detector like this, and they all went off in order. In case one went off, the others weren't killed, you see. And behind the mine detector suddenly heard the noise, went this, and the chap behind him put a white cone on that spot, and they moved on. The one behind him dug round, felt all round, made sure nobody were traps, lifted the anti-tank mine, put it at the side of the gap. It was all done absolutely perfectly. And after that, we put out into no man's land, which is between the 2 armies. And our job was to blow up any broken down German tanks. And you do that, we put a sandbag with 15 pounds of high explosive in it, either outside if you couldn't get in, or better still inside with a fuse, run away, and it was blown to pieces. And the last big attack came. We had to line up with our infantry, big barrage behind us. We just made it in time, and off we went on a bearing. And our objective was occupied by Italians. And we got there, our men with all bayonets fixed, all this, and they all surrendered, fortunately. Italians weren't too keen on fighting us. And my job then was to stop them, the infantry prodding these wretched Italians with their bayonets. Remember that? It's pathetic. In the night, they're pulling out their wallets to show us pictures of their wives and their children. It really was sad. Why do all that silly killing in the desert? And in the middle of the night, I absolutely worn out. Middle of the night, a dispatch rider came and shone a torch on a message to me. I remember the exact words were, "Enemy withdrawing." Thank God we won. We weren't too sure. It was a very touch and go business. We won, and then the enemy started to run away, and we started to chase after them. It was a very just war, wasn't it? The Germans were, he's a dreadful man, you know, slaughtered millions. Dreadful man he was, obsessed with his own importance. But afterwards in Germany, of course, you make friends with the Germans. War is silly, isn't it? War is quite stupid. Why can't they settle matters some other way? Got on a ship, got off at Dover, and there were these wonderful wives dishing out buns and coffee. I haven't seen any English wives for 4 years, you see. Oh, it was wonderful. I thought they were terrific people. Home. I nearly fell on the ground and kissed it. 4 years. Yes, it wasn't too bad. The rations in England were all highly organised. People had quite enough to live on, really. And home cooking. That's what you miss. Home cooking.